evening, everybody. This is Rob Johnson with the Straga Media Network, coming to you from St. Ignatius High School, home of the Wildcats, as we've got a great matchup tonight between the Louisville Leopards and the St. Ignatius Wildcats. Should be a fun matchup tonight. I'm joined tonight on the mic by Leopard Nation's own Jared Heller. What's up, Jared?
How's it going, Rob?
Should be pretty good matchup as the Leopards come into the game 1-0 after defeating South Range 71-61. The Leopards were led by Hayden Nigro with 28 points. The Leopards stormed out the gate with a 12-0 run in that game. However, a huge injury by junior Braden Gross put a little damper on things, but it sounds like Gross will be day-to-day. In fact, rumor has it he may try to go tonight as he had an ankle injury. So we're waiting to see how that will affect him or his play tonight. If not, it could be a tough test for the Leopards, but the rest of them will pick it up, including Hayden Nigro and Marshall and Siegfried, so nothing's impossible. As for Ignatius, they come into the game 1-0 as well. They defeated the Medina Bees 1-0. They beat the Battling Bees last Saturday night 79-52. They were led by junior Quinn Whitekey and senior Jack Zapolnik with 19 and 17 points respectively. Sam Springer leads the team in rebounds and steals. Also contributing big was Damon Friery. So the Wildcats have plenty of options on offense. As to the matchup tonight, the two teams will have played 3 times, with St. Ignatius holding a 2-1 advantage. However, the Leopards in 2015 came from behind senior Jake Adams with a huge 3-pointer buzzer beater, giving the Leopards a victory against the Wildcats. That was at the Holiday Classic held at Mount Union University.
I was at that one, Rob. They were down 16 points with 3:04 left in the third. Come roaring back with a 21-4 run. Ignatius retook the lead, and then Jake Adams made the shot heard round world, beat him 67-65 over there at the Alliance Christmas Classic. Still my favorite Louisville Leopards game of all time.
Well, hopefully the Leopards can pull another one off like that tonight. And I'm looking forward to seeing it. I see BG out on the floor there with the Leopards warming up, so that's a good sign. Although they don't have them in the starting lineups tonight. Starting for the Ignatius Wildcats will be Reese Robinson, number 10. He's a 6'8" senior. Number 15, Quinn Whitekey, a 6' junior. Damon Friery, a 6'10" junior. He's number 22. Number 23, Jack Zapolnik. He's a 6' senior. And number 34, a 6'7" senior, Sam Springer. For the Leopards, you will have number 0, a 6' junior, Bo Siegfried. Number 10, a 6'4" junior, Tate Aljancic. Wearing number 30 tonight, Avery Andrachik, a 6'3" junior. Number 13, a 6'2" junior, Ashton Marshall. And number 24, 6'5" senior, Hayden Nigro. So we'll see how things play out tonight. I'm excited to see the Leopards roll. This will be a tough task for them as they come into this game tonight. But in order to make long playoff runs, Jared, you got to play tough teams during the regular season.
Absolutely, and the program is known for that. Playing a tough schedule, getting ready for the postseason. As much as the 20-0 season back in the the turn of the century was awesome. It didn't result in a district title. This team could be primed for that with the schedule they played each and every year.
Well, and Coach Tom Siegfried will have them ready to go tonight, both offense and defensively. So we've got about 55 seconds left here before the start of the game. So we'll take a back seat to the pregame festivities and starting lineups, and we'll be back with you here in just a few minutes. This is the Straga Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. To honor America and in respect for all who have served our country to defend these freedoms, you are invited to stand for a pregame prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem by the St. Ignatius Pep Band. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play the game in a manner that is pleasing to you. Let us enter into the competition in a spirit of sportsmanship and with respect for members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, and players. Keep us under your protection and help us to be aware of your presence during this game. We pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good evening and welcome to Sergeant Gymnasium on the campus of St. Ignatius High School for tonight's matchup featuring the visiting Leopards of Louisville High School and your St. Ignatius Wildcats. These two schools are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and the student athletes playing here tonight are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. The officials for tonight's game have been selected and assigned according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tonight's officials are Marcus Jones, Mark Klanick, and Bobby Coleman. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Leopards. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 0, Bo Siegfried. At guard, a 6'4" junior, number 10, Tate Jensen. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 13, Ashton Marshall. At guard, a 6'5" senior, number 24, Hayden Nygaard.
All right, here we go, folks. Tip-off time, just what we're looking for. So here we go, tip, and Ignatius coming up with the tip. As we'll have a jump ball here. Jack Sapolnik and Avery Andrachik. Possession will go to the Leopards. Bo Siegfried to inbound. He looks, gets it up to Hayden Nigro. He's going to take it to the hoop, blocked. And he's fouled by number 10, Reese Robinson, the 6'8" senior. Nice take, though, by Nigro, showing he's not afraid of the height going on here for Ignatius.
Good steal right out of the gate, too, by Brock Leggert to get the ball, to get Louisville the possession here. Create this opportunity.
First shot is good. That gives the Leopards a 1-0 advantage. Second shot rolls in and good. 2-0 Leopards as the Wildcats bring it the other way. They kick it back out to the right wing, drives the lane, layup is good. That's number 22, Damon Friery. So Aljancic to Andrachik. Andrachik back over to Aljancic, up the floor to Nigro. Nigro on the right wing. He's going to dribble, brings it back out, cross court to Siegfried. Into the corner to Avery Andrachik. Back up top to Nigro. Nigro going to dribble, drives, takes it to the hoop, shot up, and he's fouled and one. So that's going to make it 4-0 Leopards. With a 7:06 here, the foul is on Damon Friery. That's his second, or excuse me, that's his first foul. So Nigro will go to the line for a three-point play. No good, rebounded by Marshall. Loses it, picked up, coming the other way. Takes it to the hoop, and he's fouled. That's number 23, Jack Sapolnik. So it's all tied up, 4-4. Sapolnik will go to the free throw line. Seven minutes left here in the first quarter. Shot up, back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats, takes it strong, kicks it out, throws it away. Andrachik gets it over to Aljancic, up to Siegfried. Siegfried walks it up the backcourt. He'll come across the timeline, gets it over to Andrachik. Andrachik dribbling, gets it off to Marshall. Marshall to Siegfried. Siegfried drives, tries to get it over to Marshall and throws it away. So the Wildcats will come the other way. Nice look by Siegfried, just didn't make the connection. So here comes Sapolnik. He'll walk it up the backcourt. He'll come across the center stripe. He'll dribble to the left side. He's going to dump it off to Wojtke. Wojtke back to Sapolnik. Back to Wojtke. He's going to drive baseline. Takes it strong. No good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. They kick it back out top. Sapolnik going to give it back out top to Wojtke. He's going to drive the lane. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Marshall. Up the floor to Andrachik. He's double teamed. Going to get it off to Marshall. Marshall's double teamed in the corner, throws it off of a Wildcat, and it's going to stay Leopard possession. That ball went off of Reese Robinson of the Wildcats. So Braden Gross checks into the ball game. Good to see him on the floor. He's going to turn, kicks it back out to Marshall. Marshall over to Siegfried. Siegfried's going to dribble to the left side of the floor. He's looking. And nice pick by Gross. Over to Marshall, fakes, drives baseline. Takes it to the hoop strong, layup's good. 6-4 Leopards, 5:32 left to go in the first quarter. Sapolnik spins, drive, shoots, shot no good. And off of a Wildcat and out of bounds. Ball's gonna go to the Leopards, leading 6-4. So it looks like Aljancic will inbound on the baseline, gets it up to Gross. Gross is gonna dribble, gives it off to Aljancic, up to Marshall, turns, gives it back to Aljancic, up to Gross. Gross on the left side, double team, gets it back to Aljancic. Aljancic in the corner to Siegfried for three. Off the rim, no good. And it's gonna be out of bounds and off of Ashton Marshall of the Leopards. So with 5:05, the Wildcats come the other way. Sapolnik across the center stripe. He's gonna give it off to Springer. Springer's gonna back down, turns, fakes, goes the other way. Shot is no good as they call him for traveling. So possession Leopards, 4:55 first quarter. Aljancic into Marshall. Marshall back over to Aljancic, up to Gross. Gross back to Aljancic. Nice pass over to Marshall, up to Siegfried. Siegfried gonna push. Tried to get it into Aljancic, does. Gives it off to Nigro, pulls up for two. Shot's good. That's gonna make it 8-4 Leopards with 4:35 in the first quarter. Sapolnik into the left corner. And we're gonna get a foul. I believe they called that on. They did. They called it off of BG, Braden Gross, number 2. Braden, a 6'6" junior. Checking into the ball game is number 11, Austin Wade. He's a 6'4" junior. As they get it into Reese, back out top, shot for three, long, no good, kicks it out. On the right wing, nice defense by Marshall. Reese banging with Nigro, and they're gonna get a travel on Reese. So back over to the Leopards with 4:14. Leopards still lead 8-4.
Whole bench was fired up after that one.
Oh, absolutely. So checking in for Ashton Marshall will be number 10, Tate Aljancic. Aljancic gets it into Gross. Gross gets it over to Aljancic, up to Wade. Wade to back to Aljancic, hands off to Gross. Gross is gonna dribble, and he's gonna be a timeout by Coach Siegfried. I think they were getting a little bit close to that 5-second rule.
10 seconds on the...
Or 10 seconds, sorry.
Louisville. Leopards 30 seconds.
Better safe than sorry. Take
Yep.
the timeout. Especially when you have the lead like this. You don't want to turn it over.
No, that was a smart call by Coach with 4:04 left here in the first quarter. You don't want to make any unnecessary, unforced errors. I'll tell you what, Jared, it's a packed house here at Ignatius, and it is hot in here.
Yes, it is.
I want to give a shout out to our man, Big Jack Horn, who's back here on the production for us. He always does a great job. Made the trip. Long pass over to Aljancic. He's going to take it to the hoop. Nice job by Tate Aljancic, making it 10-4 Leopards with 3:57. Pass to the right side, drive, shot no good, rebounded by Wade. Wade's gonna get it over to Siegfried. Siegfried to Nigro. Nigro back to Siegfried. He's gonna push up the floor, nice way to beat the press, into BG. BG's gonna lose it, and he was shoved. That call is on number 1, Mike Lamarand, a 6'4" senior. Also on the floor for the Ignatius Wildcats is number 5, Matt Ellis.
Also number 34, Sam Springer, returning Wildcats. Number 15.
Checking back in for the Leopards is number 13, Ashton Marshall for Austin Wade. So Siegfried will inbound as Wade takes it strong to the hole, and they're going to say it was off of BG, ball's going to go to Ignatius. So the Wildcats going to get it into Whitekey, coming up the backcourt. He'll come across the center stripe. Stolen by BG. Gross coming the other way, takes it strong to the hoop. Layup is good. 12-4 Leopards with 3:19 left to go. Whitekey taking it strong to the hoop, no good. Rebounded by Gross. And it's going to be knocked away, but it'll stay Leopard ball with 3:12 left in this first quarter. So Aljancic looks, thought about Long, the quarterback in him, wanted to throw deep. Aljancic up to Marshall. Marshall to Nigro, fakes, dribbles, kicks it out to Siegfried. Over to Aljancic for three. No good, rebounded by Gross. He's gonna take it strong. Layup is good. That's gonna make it 14-4 Leopards. 2:52 first quarter.
He's back.
Wildcats trying to figure out a combination here. Whitekey fakes, pulls up for three. Bang. That'll make things right real quick. 14-7 Leopards. Leopards.
Yep.
So Aljancic up to Gross, back to Aljancic, to Marshall. Marshall over to BG. They break the press. Back to Marshall. Over to Nigro on the left wing. Nigro gonna drive, takes, and fouled. As he is fouled by number 2, Callie Johnson, a 6'2" junior. So Nigro will go back to the free throw line. Nigro with 6 points already in this ball game. First shot is good. Make it 7. Set to check in for the Leopards is number 30, Avery and Drachik. Second shot, swish, and it's good. So with 2:14, the Leopards lead 16-7 here at St. Ignatius. So Nigro will sit down, and Drachik comes into the ball game. Whitekey bringing it up the backcourt. He'll come across the center stripe. Pass back to, as he drives down the lane. Whitekey gonna dribble, drives, takes it down, blocked from behind by Marshall. Nice take, and that is number 34, Sam Springer with the bucket. Into Siegfried. Siegfried gonna break the press. Up the floor to Marshall. Marshall gives it off to BG. Back out to Siegfried. He fakes. And they're gonna get him with the travel. So 16-9, 1:33 first quarter. That was a nice head fake by Bo. Just got a little happy with the feet, but he'll get that. So Whitekey kicks it over to that's Ellis for three, no good. Rebounded by the Leopards. Marshall to Siegfried. Siegfried double teamed. Drachik back over to Siegfried. Gets it across the timeline to Marshall. To BG for three, short, no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats, and we're gonna get a quick 2 fouls there for Braden Gross.
Foul assessment number 2, Braden Gross, second personal, third team foul. Checking into Louisville.
So checking into the ball game will be Austin Wade and Hayden Nigro. Braden Gross will sit down along with Avery and Drachik. Leopards lead 16-9, 1:04 left in the first quarter, as Whitekey will bring it up the backcourt. He'll give it off. Layup is going to be good. 52 seconds left. 16-11 Leopards, as Aljancic gets it up to Wade, to Siegfried. He's going to push. Nigro in the corner for three. Back of the rim, no good. rebounded, and nice play by Marshall to Nigro, hanging in the air. Just couldn't complete the play. Up the floor to Whitekey for three, bang! 16-14, 26 seconds left as it's stolen by Whitekey, and the layup is good, and we're all knotted up with 18 seconds left, and Coach Siegfried saved enough as the Wildcats made a quick comeback real fast. I'll tell you what, Jared, Leopards need to be patient at this point. They've got the right idea about beating the press here, and I think they've figured some things out here with St. Ignatius. They just kind of got a little too quick there at the end.
Yep, 16-7 lead at the start.
So
now we're all knotted up.
So Coach Siegfried just dialing them back in as Aljancic will inbound. 16 all, 17.1 seconds left. Leopards have played a good first quarter. Marshall back to Aljancic, up the floor to Wade. Wade back to Aljancic. He'll dribble, tells Marshall to clear out, over, and they're gonna call a travel.
Oh, foul, I think.
Did they call a push out on Aljancic?
Yeah. Offensive foul. Gave him the stiff arm.
You'll have to bear with us a little bit. The setup here, although they are kind of nice to us, it's a little bit cramped, and I can be shaded as well up here too. So Whitekey gonna take all the way to the hoop. Layup's good. With 2 seconds left, 18-16. And that's the end of the first half as the Leopards trail 18-16 as we head to the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after this. This is the Straga Media Network.
Hello. Did you know that when you invest in your smile, you're investing back into your Stark County community? Welcome to Thomas Dental. My name's Tanya. I'm Dr. Mike's practice manager. Every day, we're investing back into our community. Here are just a few of our community efforts. Here at Thomas Dental, our mission is bringing smiles back to our community, one smile at a time.
And we're back here at St. Ignatius. Leopards trail 18-6, but it's been a battle. Leopards came out, jumped out early. St. Ignatius made a run here at the end. So coming back to the floor for St. Ignatius will be Reese Robinson, Quinn Whitekey, Callie Johnson, Sam Springer, and trying to make out the last number 5, Matt Ellis. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Shot follows, good. 2016 Leopards, or Wildcats. Aljancic looked inbound to Andrachik. Over to Aljancic, up to Marshall. Marshall over to Andrachik. He's gonna dribble, pushes it across the timeline. Over to Marshall. Marshall dribbles. Off to Nigro. Nigro fakes, back to Siegfried. He'll bring it back and reset. Siegfried looking for the pick by Marshall. Kicks it off, fakes, drives inside to Aljancic. Layup is good. Nice look by Bo Siegfried as he found the open Tate Aljancic under the hoop. 2018 Ignatius has shot up for 3, rims out, no good. Nice hustle. And they're going to say last touched by Aljancic. So So the ball will stay with St. Ignatius. 6:56, second quarter. Jack Sapolnik, number 23, back into the ball game. He'll bring it up the backcourt and across the center stripe. 6:50, second quarter. Double team. Shot for three. Rim no good. Marshall gets it over to Siegfried. He's double teamed up the floor to Andrachik, to Aljancic, down the floor to Nigro, who's going to drive baseline, and he's going to be fouled by Wojtke. Wojtke tried to argue, but the ref was right there to see the body. So Siegfried will inbound on the baseline. 6:32, second quarter, into Nigro. And they're going to call him for travel. So the ball's going to go back over to Ignatius. They lead 20-18, 6:30, second quarter. Friery gets it into Sapolnik. He'll bring it up across the center stripe. Thought about trying to get it to Reese, but that was cut off. Over in the corner to Ellis for three. Bang. 23-18. Wildcats lead. 6:13. Siegfried going to turn, spin, go up the floor, gets it to Nigro. Nigro spinning, dumps it off to Avery. And Avery Andrachik with the bucket. That's his first points of the ball game. As St. Ignatius comes right back the other way with Wojtke, making it 25-20. Ball's into Marshall and tapped out of bounds by Wojtke. 5:45, second quarter. They get it into Siegfried, and he is fouled. I believe they called that on. They did. They called it on Jack Sapolnik, number 23. Checking in for the Leopards is number 2, Braden Gross. Sitting down will be Avery Andrachik. Long pass to Siegfried. Nice catch. He'll pull it back out, wait for his teammates. Inside to Gross. Gross takes it strong to the hole. 25-22. Ignatius, 5:34. Sapolnik's going to fake, takes to the hoop, layup, and he's fouled. 27-22. And so Sapolnik will go to the free throw line. He was fouled by Bo Siegfried. That's his first foul of the ball game. 27-22, 5:29. And check that, it's Ellis that's going to the free throw line. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Aljancic. Aljancic, Siegfried. Siegfried coming up the backcourt. Gets it into BG. He'll attack the hoop. Shot up, short, no good. Tipped away. Rebounded by Reese. He's going to push up the floor to Ellis. Ellis is going to drive back to Reese. Layup is good. 29-22 with 5:08 left here in the second quarter. Nigro to Gross, back to Siegfried, back to Gross, in the corner to Nigro. Nigro dribbles, tosses it back out to BG. BG gets it up to Siegfried. He's at the top. Siegfried to Aljancic for three. Bang! Just like that, Leopards are back in this ball game. 29-25. 4:38 as Ellis goes to the hoop, and he's fouled. So 31-25, 4:36. They call that foul on Bo Siegfried. Hits his second foul. Checking into the ball game. Looks like number 1 Mike Lamarand. You have to bear with us a little bit. The numbers are truly hard to read on these Ignatius yellow and white with yellow number jerseys. Siegfried to Aljancic, up the floor to BG. BG's looking back to Aljancic, over to Siegfried, gets it across the timeline. Over to Marshall and goes out of bounds. Wildcat ball. 32-25, Ignatius. 4:23, second quarter. Zapolnik to Springer. Back to Ellis. He'll pull back for three. Off the rim, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds, Louisville ball. Nice job by Ashton Marshall there, boxing out, allowing the ball to go outside, out of bounds. Aljancic to Siegfried, back to Aljancic. Over to Siegfried, he's gonna dribble. Up the floor to BG, nice way to break the press there. Marshall, back top to Siegfried. Siegfried comes to the right, he needs to be careful, he might step over and back. Nigro gonna drive to the hoop, layup is good. Nice take by Hayden Nigro, makes it 32-27, 3:40 left here in the first half. Ellis dribbling. He's going to drive, takes it to the lane. Shot is good. It's going to make it 34-27. Siegfried picked up his dribble, gets it over to Aljancic, to Marshall, back to Aljancic, over to Siegfried. Up the floor to BG, and he's going to be fouled by Springer. Nice take by BG. And that's the second foul on Springer. Checking into the game is Avery Andrachik. Sitting down will be Tate Aljancic. Nigro gets it into Marshall. Marshall, he's going to dribble, and he's going to be called for traveling. So 3:10 left here first half, 34-27. Wildcats lead. Zapolnik walking up the backcourt, across the timeline. He's going to get it up to Ellis, into the corner for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gross. Gross dribbling, backs it out. Gets it up the floor to to Siegfried. Siegfried gonna pull for three. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Springer. Up the floor. That goes to Ellis. Ellis dribbling, spins. Nice move. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Springer, no good. And I believe they're going to call Andrachik for the foul. And they do. So Springer will go to the free throw line. 2:37 left, second quarter. First shot is good. Checking into the ball game is number 22, Damon Friery. Also into the ball game is Max Wojtke, number 0. Second shot is good. It's going to make it 36-27, 2:37, second quarter. Andrachik gets it into Gross. Gross looking. He's going to dribble. Back over to Andrachik. Back to Gross. Across the timeline. Gross loses it. Dives to the floor. Taps it. Picked up by Wojtke. Up the floor to Zapolnik. Oh, and the follow is good. We almost saw the house brought down by Ignatius there. And we're going to get a hold by Zapolnik. I'll tell you what, Jared, they make that pass. That's a whole lot of noise in this building that's already noisy.
Yeah, and funny thing is there's a tile hanging down over here, and I think if they jammed it, it probably came all the way down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm surprised. That looks a little dangerous, doesn't it?
A little bit.
So 38-27, 2:14. As we've got a timeout by St. Ignatius. So we'll take a quick break, step away, and we'll be right back after this. This is the Stragan Media Network. And we're back here at Ignatius. St. Ignatius leads 38-27 with 2:14 left. If you're watching the stream, give us a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from. Throw in your 2 cents worth and enjoy the stream. Aljancic to inbound, gets it to Marshall. Marshall back over to Aljancic. He's going to push up the floor to Gross. Gross, double teamed. And he's going to throw it off of an Ignatius player. That's Fryer he throws it off of. Coach Siegfried telling the guys they need to move. Siegfried looks, gets it into Gross. Gross going to dribble. He's going to be double teamed. Back to Siegfried. That's the one thing you can't do against this Ignatius team is try to be stagnant, because they will take advantage of it as Nigro takes the shot. No good. Rebounded. Ignatius coming the other way. Fryery. That's to, I believe, Ellis. Back to Fryery. Fryery's going to turn, spins, takes to the hoop. Shot no good. Redirected by, I believe that was Marshall, but the follow is good. It's going to make it 40-27, 125, and Braden Gross is going to toss Sapolnik down the floor. I don't know what that was, but Sapolnik stood no chance. So that's going to be Gross's third foul. He'll sit down, and then Drachik comes back to the ball game. 1:23 left in the first half. So Fryery gets it into Reese. Reese takes a baseline, and we're going to get they're going to call Nigro for a block. I thought Nigro was pretty set there, but the ref saw it otherwise, and he was Johnny on the spot, so. With 1:19 left here, Reese will go to the free throw line. The first shot is no good. 40-27. Wildcats lead. Second shot is good. 41-27. Aljancic gets it into Siegfried. He's double teamed immediately to Aljancic. Up to Andrachik, and he loses it out of bounds. Checking back into the ball game is Austin Wade, number 11, and Drachik will sit down. So the Wildcats inbound. They get it to Fryery. Fryery to Ellis. Ellis, as they get it back out to Ellis on the right wing. He's going to dribble, drives, takes it to the hoop, layup, no good. Rebounded by Marshall. Marshall to Aljancic. Aljancic back over to Marshall. Marshall dribbling, spins, takes it across the center stripe, drives, and he's taken away, and we got a Wildcat down. Fryery takes it to the hoop, shot up, rims out, no good. Off the rim, and up the floor to Marshall, back to Nigro, takes it to the hoop, and he'll be fouled.
Pretty wild sequence. Callie Johnson's on the ground, almost injured, and then he comes back down and almost puts back a jam.
Yeah, I think he took one to the midsection there and took the wind out of him for a second. So Nigro will shoot. First shot rims off, no good. 41-27, 37.6. So the second shot up is good. So 41-28.
Nigro now with 11.
35 seconds. Ellis dribbles. They'll give it off back up top to Wojtke. Wojtke dribbles. Back up top. That's Sapolnik. Back to Wojtke, top of the key, guarded by Aljancic. He's going to back it back out with 13 seconds left, and he's looking for a clear out. He's going to dribble the right side. Over to the left side to Fiery. He's going to drive the lane. Shot up. Good. And that's going to finish the first half as Aljancic throws a long pass. No good. 43-28 here at St. Ignatius. Wildcats lead. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. This is the Straga Media Network.
Did you know that when you invest in your smile, you're investing back into your Stark County community? Welcome to Thomas Dental. My name's Tanya. I'm Dr. Mike's practice manager. Every day, we're investing back into our community. Here are just a few of our community efforts. Here at Thomas Dental, our mission is bringing smiles back to our community, one smile at a time.
Techniques with Tori, located at 133 East Main Street, Louisville, Ohio. Call today, 330-573-4580.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
It was the 1947-48 school year, and according to information in the LHS yearbook, the Muir yearbook staff struggled to find descriptions for the Blue Raider symbol, which is what represented Louisville High School. They brainstormed multiple options, looked at various symbols and descriptive words, and created a display of different options for students to examine. It was time to vote on the future mascot. Student voting took place during a 7th period class at Louisville High School, and by a vote of 317 to 177, the leopard was selected. More feared and more intelligent than the lion or tiger. Vicious, graceful, leaps, hard bite, and full of fight. Here we are, 75 years later, a special anniversary year for our district. And in 1948, students at LHS that decided the future of this district would have a leopard mascot, and the community has embraced it.
And this is when the moments turn to memories. And this is when the future gets so clear to see. And this is when tonight becomes a masterpiece. And this is when the moments turn to memories.
And we're back here at St. Ignatius, home of the Wildcats, as they lead here at halftime, 43-28. First quarter, Leopards kind of came out, Jared, and played very well. They were kind of controlling the pace, controlling what was happening, and was playing very smart with the ball.
Yep, patient shots, passing, and then Ignatius went on a run there and it's kind of captured the momentum since.
Well, and I think that the Leopards didn't help themselves with some unforced errors there in the second quarter, which I believe that Coach Siegfried tried to, how do I want to put it, instill them that they needed to control the game and not let Ignatius control it, which it seemed to kind of clean up as the second half kind of closed out. But I'll tell you what, this Ignatius team is quick. They have quick guards and some good size here. Yep. Why don't you got the stats there handy?
Yes, Hayden Nigro leads Louisville with 11 points. Kate Alajancic with 7. Braden Gross has 6 points. Ashton Marshall, 2 points and 7 rebounds, team leading 7 rebounds. And Dragic with 2 points, and then Mo Siegfried with 5 assists in the first half. I don't have all of Ignatius' stats, but I believe Quinn Wakey has 10 points, and Reese Robinson 9 points and at least 5 boards. He's been all over the glass in that half.
Well, I will say that it seemed like things kind of took off for the Wildcats as Ellis kind of came into the game and kind of changed the dynamic of things. He's a guy that's very quick off the first step and can really take it to the hole.
Yeah, and I have him actually for 13. I don't know, they turned the scoreboard off here. The halftime festivities, so my cheat sheet's gone. But yeah, he had, and all his points came in the second quarter. So really took off there, led that charge for that 27-10 Ignatius second quarter. Louisville's got their hands full getting back into this one, but they have the team that can do it. So we're going to see here in the second half.
Well, and I think if they really focus on shutting down the lane, that should help take care of itself. And I'm sure Coach Siegfried's all over that.
Yep.
Because there was a couple of times he was truly upset over there on the sidelines, and for good reason there.
Yep.
So I want to give a shout out to Jason Perry. He's in Perry Township. He said, "You guys are doing a great job. Thank you," in big giant letters. So we appreciate you watching, Jason. To all of our friends out there and watching us, give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a like. Feel free to share. And we always appreciate you all being on with us. We have a lot of fun doing this. We love the Leopards. We love Louisville. So we made the trip all the way up here for that reason. So we've got about a minute and 9 seconds left here in the halftime. Leopards trail 43-28 as they are back out on the floor warming up. Sydney Marshall just chimed in. She says, "Go Leopards. We're watching from Tampa, Florida." Well, welcome, Sydney. She says, "Yay, Ashton." So, welcome to the stream. We appreciate you joining us all the way from Tampa, Florida. So, as we come back to the floor here, we've got Siegfried Aljancic, Braden Gross, Hayden Nigro, and Ashton Marshall. Coming back to the floor is Zopolnik, Wojtke, Reese, Friery, and Springer for the Wildcats as the Leopards. Siegfried pushing up the floor, looks, picked up his dribble, and he's being held up, and then we got a jump ball. So the ball's going to go back over to the Wildcats. 43-28, 7:49 here, third quarter. Leopards are battling. Zopolnik brings it across the center stripe. He's going to be guarded by Siegfried. Over to Friery on the left wing. Shot for three, no good, and it's going to be tapped out of bounds by Reese. So it will be Leopard ball, and Aljancic to inbound. The Wildcats come back out in the man-to-man press as they did in the first half. BG going to push, and he's going to be fouled by Friery. You may see a little bit more of that, Jared, in the second half, as Gross is a very good ball handler for a big man, which gives them the mismatch. So Siegfried to inbound on the side into Nigro. Nigro throws it away. He can't pick it up, and he's going to go ahead and pick it up rather than give the Wildcats a easy layup. Smart play. He went to throw it to one of his teammates who weren't paying attention, and can't pass to yourself. So Wojtke gets it into Zopolnik, into the backcourt. He's picked up by Siegfried. Zopolnik across the center stripe. He looks. Oh, nice pass into Friery. Takes it inside, rims around, and falls. So 45-28 Wildcats. Gross dribbling over to Aljancic. Aljancic across the center stripe. Gets double teamed, throws it away. Wojtke up the floor to Reese. Reese takes strong to the hole, no good. Rebounded by Wojtke, blocked by Gross. Still no good. Ball's bouncing around. Zopolnik picks it up. Wojtke for three, front of the rim, no good. And we've got a sprint for the ball. Wojtke kicks it over to Friery. He's going to drive baseline, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Reese, and he's going to be over the back. So he'll foul Aljancic, and Leopards will get the ball. 45-28. Wildcats, as that's Reese's second foul of the ball game. Ball up the floor to Gross. Gross dribbles across the stripe. He's going to give it over to Aljancic. And they're going to call a foul on the Leopards with 6:30 left here, third quarter. That's Braden Gross's fourth foul, so he'll have to go to the bench. And into the ball game will come Avery Andrachik. So Springer to Sabolnik, guarded by Siegfried. Sapolnik going baseline, layup is good. 47-28, Wildcats. Aljancic on the baseline. He gets it into Siegfried, back over to Aljancic, up the floor to Marshall. Marshall splits the double team and he's fouled. Actually, they'll call that foul off the ball on number 34. Springer, so Siegfried, nice pick by Aljancic. Siegfried will come across the center stripe, guarded by Zapolnik. Tapped away by Wojtke, and it's going to be Leopard ball. So 47-28. 5:56. Siegfried into Aljancic, tapped away by Wojtke. Wojtke going to take strong to the hoop, blocked by Aljancic. Nice play. Reese going to take to the hoop, and he's going to travel. That's going to be Leopard ball. 5:47, third quarter. Leopards to inbound on the baseline. Aljancic gonna look, gets it into Siegfried. He's gonna fake, dribbles, guarded by Zapolnik. As Siegfried pushes, breaks the press, gets across center stripe, and he's double teamed. Over to Andrachik. Oh, nice look, but just couldn't quite make the connection. That was up to Lamarand, and he's fouled, so he will go to the free throw line. That is Avery Andrachik with the foul. So Mike Lamarand, a 6'4" senior, will go to the free throw line. Shot up is good. Nice balance on this team of juniors and seniors for Ignatius. Leopards, rather young team with only one senior in Hayden Nigro. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Nigro. Nigro's going to push. He's going to take, goes to the hoop strong, and layup is good. And they're going to call a charging foul. So they're going to wave off the bucket, and that'll be Nigro's third foul of the ball game, as that'll be the third team foul of the quarter for the Leopards. Zapolnik across the timeline. He's guarded by Siegfried. Over to Friery. He's going to drive down the lane. Cut off by Nigro. Shot is good. 50-28. Wildcats. Aljancic looks, gets it up the floor to Andrachik. Back over to Aljancic. Up the floor to Marshall. Marshall going to cross the timeline. Over to Andrachik, into Nigro. Nigro fakes, dribbles, kicks it back out to Andrachik. Back to Nigro. Nigro trips, gets it up to Andrachik. He's looking, tapped away by Friery, and it's going to be Leopard ball on the sideline. 50-28, 4:42, third quarter. Leopards get it into Aljancic. Over to Marshall. Marshall dribbles left, passes to Siegfried on the left wing. He loses it, and he's fouled. They're going to call Jack Sapolnik for the foul. That'll be Sapolnik's third foul of the ball game. So that'll be 5 fouls on the Wildcats, so Siegfried will go to the free throw line. First shot is good as number 5, Mike Ellis, a 6'1" senior, checks into the ball game for the Ignatius Wildcats. 50-29, 4:36, third quarter. Siegfried dribbles. Second shot is up, swish, and it's good. So 50-30, Wildcats, as Wojtke will bring it up the backcourt. He's going to come across the center stripe. He's picked up by Marshall. Over to Wojtke for 3. No good. Rebounded by Siegfried, and he's going to push. He picked up his dribble, so he needs to find a friend. Aljancic, and he tries to get it up to Marshall, and Marshall's fouled by Lamarand. So Marshall will go to the free throw line with 4:16 left here, third quarter.
Marshall will head to the line for 2 shots.
Siegfried, Coach Siegfried over there working the referee. I love it. It's what a good coach does, Jared. As the first free throw is good, 50-31.
In for the Wildcats, number 2, Callie Johnson.
That is 3 points for Marshall so far in the ball game.
3 points, 7 rebounds.
Second shot. Well, and that's Marshall's a strong player inside and outside. He's always been a very strong rebounder. And a lot of times they put him on their best player to shut him down too. So Ellis to Reese, fakes it to Wojtke. Shot, strong to the hoop. Layup is good. 52-32. Wildcats as they look, get it into Siegfried. He's immediately double teamed to Marshall. Back to Siegfried. Siegfried's going to get it across the center stripe. Turns, spins, and he's going to be fouled by number 2, Callie Johnson, a 6'2" junior.
Ignatius now with 4 players in double figures. Reese Robinson joining that club.
So Siegfried will shoot the first one. Rims out, no good. 3:36 left here, third quarter. Packed crowd here at Ignatius. Second shot falls, and it's good. 52-33. I'll tell you what, Louisville had a good following up here tonight as Wojtke spins, shot, good. 54-33. Leopards have always traveled well for boys basketball. Siegfried makes a move, gets it up the floor, splits the defense. Way to break the press there by Bo. Marshall out to Aljancic. Wildcats in a man-to-man press. Immediately double team Siegfried, back out to Aljancic, to Siegfried, cross court to Nigro. Nigro on the left wing, he'll back it back out and throw it across the court to Siegfried. Siegfried hands off to Nigro. Nigro backs back out. He's on the right wing. He's going to drive. Takes to the hoop. Shot up short. No good. Rebounded by Robinson. He's coming the other way. He's going to push up the floor to Johnson for 3. Off the rim, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds and Leopard ball. 2:42 left here, third quarter. Dawson 24 says, "Go Leps" from Louisville. Thanks for joining us tonight. Marshall looking, gets it into Wade, and he's going to be fouled.
Force him out. What a jump ball.
Yeah, I thought he had his whole arm and drug him out of bounds, but
He did.
apparently not. So Marshall will inbound. 2:40 left here, third quarter. Siegfried spins, guarded by Johnson. Double teamed from the backside. Gets it off to Gross. Gross is going to take strong to the hoop. Layup no good. And it's going to be tapped and up the floor. Wojtke taking it strong. Layup's good. 56-33. Ignatius. Marshall is going to be fouled by Johnson. And the Leopards will keep the ball. 2:12 third quarter.
Back to the line.
So
5 foul rule, man. We're going to be at the line a lot. Get 5 quick fouls to start a quarter.
yeah, it's a different rule this year. They have a bonus for each quarter now after 5 fouls. No more 1-and-1. Everything's a 2-shot foul.
Sad day.
First shot, good. That'll give Siegfried 4 and the Leopards 34.
All the points from the line in this quarter for the Leopards this foul.
Second shot is good. As that'll give Siegfried 5, both Siegfried 5 and the Leopards 35. 2:06. And they're going to call Austin Wade with a push. That's Wade's first personal foul in the ball game. Marshall coming into the ball game. Braden Gross will sit down. I'm sure we'll see a little bit of that with BG on the offense-defense with 4 fouls. Trying to protect him. Lamoran to Wojtke, guarded by Marshall. He backs it out. Switch. Nigro picks him up. Wojtke takes to the hole, blocked by Nigro, and they're going to call Nigro for a foul. So that's, I believe, 4 fouls on Hayden Nigro. So the Leopards, with 2 of their starters in foul trouble, which could pose a problem here as we move forward. Shot up, back to the rim, no good. As Gross will check in for Wade, and then Drachik will check in for Nigro. Wojtke for the second shot. Rims in and good. 57-35. Aljancic up the floor. Siegfried gets it off to Marshall, who would take it strong. Gross to the hoop. Layup's good. 57-37. Here comes Wojtke the other way. Drives to the hoop. Shot up and good. He's looking for the foul, and he's down. He is hurt. So we're going to take a quick timeout, and he is being carried clean off the floor.
You see that. He's had a heck of a game. 15 points.
Yeah, he's a heck of a player. In fact, I believe he's their leading scorer. So you hate to see that happen.
17 now. Last bucket on the other end.
So Aljancic to inbound to Siegfried. Ellis checks back into the ball game for Wojtke. Up the floor, Siegfried challenges the hoop, loses it, gets it back, out to Aljancic, over to Marshall, back to Aljancic, over to Siegfried on the left wing. He's gonna fake, drives, takes it, kicks it back out to Gross, to Marshall for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Aljancic. He's going to back it down, takes to the hoop, turns and shoots, and good. So 59-39, 56 seconds left, third quarter. Wildcats lead. Ellis dribbling up top, guarded by Andrachik. Wojtke going to go to the hoop, layup, no good. Rebounded by Gross. He's coming the other way. He's going to be double teamed. Able to get it over to Siegfried. Siegfried over to Marshall. Back to Siegfried. Siegfried dribbling up top. Gets it off to Andrachik. Andrachik over to Siegfried for 3. Bang! Just what the Leopards needed. 59-42 with 15 seconds left. Nice shot by Bo. And taken away by the Leopards. Andrachik coming up the floor to Siegfried. A little bit behind, so he pulls it back out. Nice play. Shot for three. Off the rim, no good. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's the end of the third quarter. So the Leopards making a little run there at the end. 59-42. They trail here end of the third quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this. This is Dragon Media Network.
Cheerleading techniques with Tori. Located at 133 East Main Street, Louisville, Ohio. Call today, 330-573-4580.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
And we're back here at Ignatius, St. Ignatius, as the Leopards trail 59-42, start of the fourth quarter, as Ellis will inbound. Sapolnik gets it inside to Springer, back out to Sapolnik, over to the right side for three, shot no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Sapolnik. Into the corner to Ellis. Siegfried flies by, and front of the rim, no good. And here comes Siegfried pushing the other way for the Leopards. He's going to give it off to Nigro. Bucket and the foul. Nice way for the Leopards to start off. 59-44, 7:33. That is 13 for Hayden Nigro as he goes to the free throw line. Try to give the Leopards 45.
They shut him out in the third quarter, so it's great to see them go right to him in that first possession there. Bo now with 6 assists as well.
Shot up is good. It's going to give the Leopards 45, 59-45, 7:29. And tapped away, and that is going to be BG's night. And so that will be all for Braden Gross tonight. Although I'll tell you what, I give him all the effort tonight after the injury he had last week at South Range, able to come back and get back on the floor. And Fiery will travel. So it'll be Leopard ball again. But nice to see Gross up back there. Now if we can get Colton Loy back in the fold, that's another big man we lost last week. So we wish him well. Colton very strong inside. So Aljancic brings it across the timeline, gives it off to Siegfried. Siegfried blows past the double team. Nice play. He's looking, dribbles, picked up by Ellis. Nigro pulls for three. Bang! Just like that, here come the Leopards, 59-48, 6:57, making it a ball game here. Zapolnik guarded by Marshall, and we're gonna get a hold by Siegfried on Reese. I'd hold him too. There was definitely a mismatch there in size. As Bo Siegfried, they say he's 6 foot, and Reese Robinson is 6'8", so they kick it into Robinson. Into the corner to Zapolnik, guarded by Siegfried. Zapolnik. And we've got an off-the-ball foul on Springer. Nice play by Bo Siegfried. Able to draw the foul off the ball. So the Leopards coming the other way. Aljancic. Looks, gets it into Marshall. He's double teamed. He's going to turn, spins, pushes up the other way over to Aljancic, across the timeline to Andracic. He's going to split it, gives it up to Siegfried. Siegfried looks, calls out to Jancic. He's going to dribble. Nice pass up to Siegfried. Out top to Nigro. Nigro going to drive, kicks it out to Marshall. Marshall loses it, gets it back, tapped away. Here comes the Polnick, and the bucket and the foul. And Drachik not happy about that one, as he thought he went straight up and got the ball, but the refs didn't see it that way, so he'll go to the free throw line. They lead 61-48, 6:14. He'll try to make a three-point play, and he does. 62-48. Lamoran checks in for the Wildcats. Al Jancic to Siegfried. Siegfried coming up the backcourt. He's going to be double teamed over to Al Jancic. Al Jancic pulls up, gives it off to Siegfried. Siegfried looking, dribbles left. He's guarded by Robinson. He's going to turn, spins, takes to the hoop. In the corner to Al Jancic for three. No good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. And we've got a foul on Marshall. They say he smacked Lamoran in the face. So that'll be Marshall's first foul of the game. That'll be 4 fouls on the Leopards here, which is not something you want. You want to stay away from the bonus here. So Wojtke checks back in. Nice to see him back on the floor, even though he's been hurting us a little bit. You never want to see a guy as talented as him off the floor, injured. Zapolnik, that's Fiery, into Reese. Shot, back of the rim, no good. And we're going to get a foul by Marshall. He's not going to leave him here tonight. As that was a nice try, though, by Ashton to try and take the ball away. He just got a little bit of the arm as he went through. So I'll tell you what, when Wojtke went down, I didn't think he was coming back to the floor, Jared. So Friery misses the first one. And checking into the ball game for Robinson will be Springer. Second shot is good, 63-48. Al Jancic looks, gets it into Siegfried. He's going to be triple teamed up the floor to Marshall. Over to Al Jancic, cross court to Nigro. Nigro takes, fakes, shot no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Andrachik. Nice play. Al Jancic for three, bang! Nice shot by Tate Al Jancic. And Louisville will, I believe, is going to take a timeout. 63-51. Nice job by the Leopards to try and get back in this one. 5:14, still plenty of time. If they can continue to do what they're doing, they should be back in this. Dawson 24 says, let's go Leps, battle back. And Guy Gadone said, nice way to end the third, fellas. Keep it going. I want to thank you all for watching the Stragan Media Network tonight and the Leopards. As we're hoping the Leopards can come all the way back and pull off an upset here at St. Ignatius. They trail right now 63-51 with 5:14. So the Wildcats will come out. They'll inbound on the baseline. 5:14 here. They get it into Wojtke. He'll be picked up by Marshall at half court. Wojtke gonna dribble left. Gets it into Springer to Ellis. Ellis dribbling, guarded by Nigro. Gets it back to Springer. Over to the corner for three. Rims out, no good. Rebounded by Al Jancic. He'll hand it off to Siegfried. Siegfried gets it over to Nigro, who brings it across the center stripe. He's gonna dribble. Takes it around the corner, takes it to the hoop, layup, good! 63-53. 4:40 left here, fourth quarter. Leopards trying to make it back as Wojtke takes it to the hoop, blocked by Aljancic. He's going to push it up the floor to Andrachik. Over to Nigro, takes it to the hoop, fouled, and one! 63-55, 4:25, fourth quarter. Nice take by Hayden Nigro, who now has 21 points in this ball game.
10 this quarter.
He's going to try to make it a 7-point ball game here. I'll tell you what, when they were down 20, I wasn't so sure what was going to transpire here, but Leopards didn't give up and they battled back. I'm proud of them. As Nigro will dribble. Shot up, good. 63-56, Leopards. Wojtke, he's going to be picked up in the backcourt by Marshall. Nigro over to Friary. Inside to Robinson, he turns, shoots, bucket's good. Aljancic gonna look, and we've got a timeout here by St. Ignatius. 65-56, 4:06. I'll tell you what, Jared, patience and defense has helped the Leopards get back in this.
Absolutely, cut it to a single-digit lead. Anything could happen. This game is almost mirroring the first half. Or this half is mirroring the first half, where the Leopards got out to a large lead, and then Ignatius came back. So we'll see if we can, reverse the trend here and make another miraculous comeback against St. Ignatius.
Well,
I'm saying it.
And maybe we can get, as you said, another little bit of Mount Union magic.
That's right.
Jake Adams, if you're out there, sprinkle a little bit of magic dust on this game for us. Nigro gets the inbound. He's going to be picked up by Robinson across the center stripe. He's going to fake. He's going to take to the hoop, kicks it out to Andrachik. Andrachik over to Marshall. Marshall back to Andrachik, up top to Siegfried. Siegfried dribbling, guarded by Wojtke. Nigro for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. And the Wildcats coming, pushing. Nice takeaway by Marshall. Tapped away. And the Wildcats able to hold on to the ball. Oh, and we got a push here off the ball. Friary just shoved Marshall to the floor. And they're going to say the ball went off of Wojtke. They're letting them play for sure here. Wow. Two fouls I thought should have been called. Neither foul was called. Into Marshall. Marshall's going to be guarded by Wojtke. Over to Aljancic. He's guarded by Johnson. Aljancic dribbling across the center stripe. He's going to fake. Has it tapped away. Over to Marshall. Marshall dribbles. Left wing. Top to Siegfried. 3:03 left here. 65-56. Off to Nigro. Gives it to Andrachik. Back to Nigro. He's going to drive. And he's going to be... And that's not a guy you want to see laying on the floor. Hopefully he can dust that off as he gets up, moving, holding his elbow. And that is the night, I believe, for Springer. Am I correct? And it sure is.
Looks like it, yep.
So Nigro will inbound.
Shooting free throws the rest of the way. That's for the Wildcats this quarter.
So Siegfried will inbound now. Into Marshall. Marshall off to Aljancic, over to Siegfried. Siegfried to Nigro. He's going to pull for three. Rims out, no good. Rebounded by Aljancic. He's going to get it out to Siegfried. 2:43 left here. Leopards are battling. Siegfried dribble, guarded by Johnson. He's going to push inside to Aljancic. Layup is good. 65-58, 2:29 left here in this ball game. Wojtke dribbling, guarded by Marshall. Gets it to Lamoran, out to Johnson, and then Drachik's going to be called for the foul. So that's 4 fouls on Ignatius, as the Leopards are not leaving their fouls here tonight. They don't plan to take any with them. Johnson, shot up, it's good, 66-58. .216 left here, fourth quarter. Second shot, up and good. So 67-58, 9-point ball game. Leopards were down by over 20, found a way to come back in this one. Siegfried picked up by Wojtke in the backcourt. Siegfried able to get it across, turns and backs it back out. He's picked up by Johnson now. Marshall with the pick as Siegfried goes to the hoop. Layup is good. Nice drive by Bo Siegfried.
Oh, in double digits.
That's Bo with 10 points now. 67-60, 146. Lamoran gonna dribble, hands it off to Friary. He gets it off to Robinson. Robinson gives it to Johnson. He's gonna drive, turns, shoots, shot's good. 69-60. Ball up to Florida and Drachik. And Drachik off to Nigro. Nigro's gonna fake. He's gonna drive, and he's gonna be shoved out of bounds by Friary. So I believe Hayden Nigro will go to the free throw line. That is Friary's second foul of the ball game. 121. Leopards trail, but they battled back here. First shot is up and it's good. 69-61. So 23 for Nigro. Second shot, good. 69-62. Checking into the ball game is Austin Wade, as Nigro will sit down. Leopards come out in a man-to-man full court press. Stolen by Siegfried and tapped out of bounds. Nice play by Bo. Almost took it away. Just couldn't quite find a way to save it. 121. Wildcats to inbound again. Ellis into Robinson, and he will be fouled by Marshall. That's Ashton's third foul of the ball game. So Robinson will go back to the free throw line. So both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Shot up and no good. So Max Wojtke and Mike Lamoran check in for Quinn Wojtke and Sam Springer. Second shot by Robinson, rims off. Leopards with a chance here. 117.
He's 1 for 4 tonight and only 50% on the season.
Over to Aljancic, so and Drachik. And Drachik's gonna dribble, drives, pulls up for 2, off the rim, no good. And it's gonna be a race to get the ball. And it's gonna be Wildcat ball. Nice hustle by Bo to try to get the ball. As we've got a couple of substitutions here, as number 5, Mike Ellis, and Quinn Wojtke back into the ball game. Gets it into Wojtke. He's immediately double teamed. And we've got a timeout here. With 1:02 left here, we'll stay here. I'll tell you what, Jared, it's been a battle here. Leopards, no give up.
Well, very impressive that they've cut the margin to 7. like you said, I think it was 50 to 28 at one point. 22-point lead for Ignatius, and trimmed it all the way down to 7. So we'll see what we can do in the final 62 seconds. But overall, just impressed that the Leopards never give up attitude in this one.
Yeah, I'm impressed with this team. Even after losing Braden Gross to fouls, Leopards still hung in there and continued to play tough. So we've got 102 left here, 69-62. Wildcats, they'll inbound on the baseline. Leopards come out in a full court press. They get it into Wojtke. Wojtke back over to Ellis. He'll be picked up. Back to Wojtke to Friery. Inside to Johnson, easy layup. 71-62. Siegfried gonna push up the floor. He's driving. Kicks it off to Marshall. Marshall dribbles. Gives it off to Siegfried, who pulls for 3 off the front of the rim, and it's going to be Leopard ball. Last touch by the Wildcats. 38.1 seconds left. Bo Siegfried to inbound. Cross court to Aljancic. Over to Andrachik for 3. Rims out, no good. And we're going to get a foul by Andrachik. So I believe that's Avery's 5th foul. And his night will be complete. So he will check out, and looks like Austin Wade will check back in. 71-62, 32.8 seconds left. And regardless of the outcome tonight, Leopards have shown they belong here. They just had a bad second quarter, and they were able to overcome that.
Just a bad run there in the first half, and end of the first, going into the second. But a lot to build on. Playing through adversity, they're not afraid of it.
So Siegfried across center stripe, 27 seconds left, off to Aljancic for 3. Long, no good, followed by Wade, no good. Rebounded by Wojtke, and he'll be fouled. As he kind of throws a little elbow at Marshall. So that'll be 4 fouls on Ashton Marshall. So Wojtke will go to the free throw line. Wojtke needs to be careful in that situation. He's liable to get a technical throwing an elbow like that. Shot up, back to the rim, no good. 72-62. Wildcats lead, 19.8 seconds. Wojtke dribbles. Second shot. Front rim, back rim, and in. 73-62. Into Siegfried. He splits the defense. Up the court. Pulls for 3. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Robinson. Up the floor to Friery. And he's going to be... Oh, and we've got a fight here. And a technical foul. And there's... Yeah, Friery didn't like getting fouled, and I imagine his night will be gone with 9.2 seconds left. And we still got some jawing going on here. So I imagine we'll see some technical fouls here.
I guess they'll just call the game.
I'm waiting to see what they say, because both teams had a couple guys leave the bench too, which could be a problem. 73-62, 9.2 seconds. It's a shame that play had to happen, because this has been a really nice game tonight. Even though the Leopards trail by 11, it's been a very, very nice night, as it looks like Zapolnik, they just added a foul to him. So he's more than likely done. Callie Johnson Not sure what's going on here. Springer has 5 fouls as well now. So waiting to see what the discussion will be here. Like I said, you could have some technical foul free throw shots for both teams. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that the first guy that will be exiting this game, if they do have any ejections, will be Friary, because he kind of started everything with the shove. Siegfried was just, you know, it was a hard foul, but you know,
Just instinct and
well, you know, it's one of those things, you call the foul. You know, and at this late in the game, you're fouling to try and get, you know, them to the free throw line.
yeah, I don't want to give him a free basket either, but
Right.
it was probably an intentional foul looking at the replay here, but I don't think that any of the extracurricular was needed considering the size difference.
No.
Bo was just trying to make a play and stop him, so.
Still a discussion with the referees and the coaches. Siegfried not happy about it, but he's still pleading his case here. And the referees are pointing to the bench, so you may have some kids that are ejected out of this game that came off that bench. But I know they had a couple from the other side that need to have that same fate as well. So 73-62, 9.2 seconds. We've got coaches and everybody arguing, as actually nice gesture there by both coaches, shaking hands, kind of nodding, saying can't have that. They agreed upon that. Just waiting for the final information here. Regardless of the outcome here, Jared, I want to say good job to the Leopards tonight, as they did battle. I mean, you know, where they were at and where they're going to finish is two different places. And they fought. They fought the whole way, just kind of ran out of gas there at the end.
Ignatius is a perennial powerhouse, so to, you know, just be within, if we even get the single digits here, will be, you know, pretty good accomplishment and something to build on. But
Well, and you look at their roster, it's loaded with seniors.
Yep.
That definitely has a factor into a lot of things.
Intentional foul on number 0, Will Siegfried. The Wildcats will be shooting 2 and will have possession. We also have technical foul on seniors, number 22, Damon Friday, and a technical foul on number 11 from Louisville, Austin Wade.
So they called.
Shooting the technical free throws.
So the technical fouls were called on number 22, Damon Friary. He'll shoot the first 2 free throws, as they called a technical on him and number 11, Austin Wade from Louisville. Second shot is good. And they called an intentional foul on Louisville, so maybe they were just shooting the intentional foul there.
I believe so, and the double technical probably canceled
Equals it out. So Ellis into Lloyd Key, and they'll dribble the ball out. And that's how we'll finish here, 75-62. Again, Leopards fall tonight, but it was a battle. I'll tell you what, Jared, this was quite a contest tonight. Leopards came out strong in the first quarter, kind of let their guard down. Wildcats kind of got back into it. Second quarter, not the way the Leopards wanted to go with it, but they were able to fight back in the third and the fourth to kind of battle back and make it a competitive game. Came all the way back They came all the way back to, what, 6 or 7 points there.
Within 7, I think it was 69-62 at one point.
With about almost 2 minutes left, they were down to 7, just under 2 minutes.
65-58 with 2:16 left, I wrote down here. And then
So-
I think again with 69-62 late in that final minute. But
So-
couldn't get any closer than that, but
As the St. Ignatius Wildcats play their alma mater here. But again, Leopards battle. Had some nice play by some different players tonight. I know Bo Siegfried had a solid game, handling the ball and distributing everything. Hayden Nigro, huge game tonight. Ashton Marshall, both ends of the floor, as Jared tallies up the final stats here. And we'll get you that information. And then we'll pick our Carrabba's player of the game.
yeah, it looks like Hayden Nigro, 24 points. In that fourth quarter, he had 13. He hit 9 of 10 from the line for the game. He's the player of the game. Bo Siegfried also with 10 points, all in the second half, and 7 assists. You also had Ashton Marshall with team leading 7 rebounds, and Tate Alajancic had 14 points. Brady Gross also with 8 points. Good to see him back on the floor. So.
Yeah, it was nice to see him back on the floor. And back out there where he belongs after the injury. Who's your player of the game there, Jared?
I'm going with Hayden Nigro, even despite the loss. I mean, he had 24 points. It was a big factor in the fourth quarter. Quinn Wyke on the other side at 18. Good to see him come back after that kind of scary injury there.
That was brutal.
And then also for them, Reese Robinson with team leading at least 8 rebounds and 13 points is what I got.
So, well, that's our Carrabba's player of the game, Hayden Nigro. I tell you what, he had how many in the fourth quarter?
13.
So he made it, made the effort to help the Leopards get back into it.
Just like at South Range, you know, when Braden had to come out with that injury, you know, Hayden really lit up the scoreboard. Kind of the same deal here after Braden fouled out in the fourth quarter there.
So, well, I want to thank you for coming on with us, Jared. It's always nice to
My
do the
pleasure.
road trip with you, brother.
Absolutely.
I want to thank Jack Horn, Big Jack Horn. He had to mosey on out, get our Carrabba's player of the game to the recipient tonight. Because we're on the road, it's a little bit tough to get that interview, so we'll have to catch up with Hayden later on. I want to thank all of our friends out there. Jason Perry, Sydney Marshall, who's watching all the way from Tampa, Florida. I mean, that's remarkable.
Coast to coast here at the Straggett Media Network.
Dawson 24, Guy Gadone, and Guy Gadone chirps in one more time.
a
He
long
says,
trip
no
back,
quitting
Rob."
these boys. Great to watch them. So we appreciate you for being on as well, Guy. And that's all we have time for tonight. Leopards fall 75-64 in a tough one. They fought all the way back, just couldn't quite finish it up. So they'll get them next time. And we'll be back on with the boys and the girls tomorrow. Girls take on Glen Oak at Louisville. We'll have that game at 2:30 tomorrow. And then the boys playing in a special holiday classic over at Springfield.
Jimmy Gooden Classic.
At 7 p.m., they'll take on Kent Roosevelt. So we'll have both of those games, and we'll be looking forward to catching you guys tomorrow. I'm Rob Johnson with Jared Heller. This is the Straggett Media Network. We'll see you in a gymnasium or stadium near you. This is the Straga Media Network. Have a great night, everybody.